So if you're watching this video, you just about finished college, or you just about finished university, or you're going to go and finish college and university, and you're struggling and keeping up with your friends. All your friends have gone in 10 different directions. Calls become less frequent, you see them less, and everybody's just doing their own lives. So what do you do now? You come to my channel because I'm your personal CIA agent in the art of social life and charisma and confidence, and I'm going to teach you exactly what you're going to do in order to make friends wherever you go. And the simple answer I can give you is you do you. You got to start drilling into your mind that whatever comes later on in life is much better than whatever was in the past. Because you simply get what you deserve. This is the point where people become resentful and bitter and they start reminiscing about the past and the good old days and they just decline. Or it's the point where you start leveling up. You simply deserve better because you are better. Think about it. Everything that you had, all the good things that you had, you deserved it. That's why the universe, that's why life actually brought it to you in the past. Now, compare yourself in the past and compare yourself in the present. Have you elevated yourself? Of course you have. You have become more experienced. You have become a better person. You've become more well-rounded. Now, therefore, you deserve better. So whatever's coming your way is going to be significantly better than whatever is in the past. Start to understand and become comfortable with the concept that people come, people go. And it's only a tragedy if you make it out to be. Think about it. If you're on a train, right? Some people will share that train cabin with you for 5 minutes. Some people will share it for 15 minutes. Eventually, when their stop comes, they go. Some people may even share the entire journey with you. But you get off at the stop and you go in 2 different directions. Life is a little bit like this. You make friends on the journey. Start appreciating what you have right now. Start appreciating all the memories that you had in the past. But get used to the fact that everything and everyone has an expiry date. So you don't want to get caught in the trap of just reminiscing in the past. You want a way to move forward. So the first step I'm going to give you is exposure, right? So we got to understand there are 2 different types of friends. The first of all is the situational friends, right? These are the friends that you just sit next to in class. They're just around you. You just know them. You see them all the time. And therefore you're familiar with them. And because of the proximity principle, right? You're just friends with them because you just know them. You're familiar with them, right? You don't have the same interests. You don't share the same hobbies, but you talk to them. You like them. They're chill people. The second ones are the ones you genuinely connect with. These are your quote unquote best friends. These are the people who genuinely connect with. You have the same goals. You spend all your time with, and it just feels like that it's been 2 minutes. And that was so much easier to find those genuine connections, those real best friends in school, simply because everyone was in school. Everyone in your age was in school at that particular time. So it was basically easy to find your best friend. Now, as you get out of school, out of college, and out of university, right, you will see people who are just more of the situational friends. These people who are just standardly around you. They're at work, right? They're your neighbors. These are people you regularly see. If you really want to find people who are those best friends, the ones that you connect with, you need to start using this as your leverage. Talk to literally anyone and everyone. Use your situational friends, the people who go to work with you, the people who are your neighbors, the people who are friends of friends. Talk to them, see if they know other people that share your same interests, that share your same goal. The reason I tell you to go and talk to everyone you see is that someone with your exact same interests could walk past you on the sidewalk and you wouldn't know. That's a missed opportunity. If you start talking to everyone and anyone you see or you encounter, the higher the likelihood that you find those best friends, those people you genuinely connect with. And even if you just talk to someone, they don't have the same values, they don't have the same aims, they don't have the same goals, guaranteed they probably know someone like you. Use them as like a filter. Get to know people through them. Being shy is your enemy here. You need to start striking up conversations with literally anyone and everyone, right? Whether that's person at the bus stop, whether that's person in the queue at the post office. Talk to everyone that you see. Not only does this practice your confidence and maximize your confidence ability, right, and your ability to talk to random people like this, but it also maximizes your range of exposure to a bunch of other people. If one person knows someone who thinks like you can get introduced to that individual, and that individual can introduce you to another group, and eventually you find people so quickly. So if you struggle with like introversion and antisocial tendencies, or you just generally shy, wait towards the end of the video and we're going to go through exactly how we're going to combat that. So my second point of advice is go and do things. Don't go just from work to home to home to work to work to home. Go and do things which you're interested in. If you like taking blood pressure off random people in medical wards, go and volunteer. Go and volunteer to do a medical procedure. If you like writing poems, go and join a literary club, right? If you like playing football, go and join a football club. When you are putting yourself in positions where you are actually interested in what's happening around there, you're basically like a fox in a chicken coop. Everyone there has the same interests as you do. Now, just go and socialize. They already like the same stuff as you do. You already have a common factor. You already have those common similarities. Go and socialize. And don't make that mistake of thinking that, oh, how do I fit in? How do I make friends? See, when you're outside of school, when you're outside of college, people are a lot more inclined to make friends because everybody else is in the same situation, right? In school, you have to have these initiation rituals and you have to prove that you're cool enough to be in the group. But when you're outside of school, when you're outside of college, when you're outside of university, and everybody just wants friends, everybody's going through the same thing, people are a lot more inclined to just make friends with you. Now, the third dilemma a lot of people run into is basically, how do I get other people to like me? Yeah, I've made friends. Yeah, I talk to other people. I talk to so many people every day. How do I get someone to like me and value me to the extent that I can be invited to parties, the barbecues, the weddings, the social gatherings, all of these things, right? How do I get that? Now, this is that simple power and warmth combo that we talked about multiple times on this channel. Now, I'm just going to be blunt here. It all starts up here. You got to be enjoyable to be around. Not only do you have to be enjoyable to be around, but you have to appear a little bit better than the person you're talking to. Simply because, now this is a secret that I don't really tell other people, but you got to know, right? If you struggle making friends, you got to know this. People enjoy other people, but they forget you, right? You need to be enjoyable to be around, but you also need to be unforgettable. And this is why you need to be better than the other person, right? If someone enjoys your presence, they enjoy your presence and they forget about you. But if they enjoy your presence and they also look up to you and they admire you, you become the flex. You become the friend that they brag about. They're going to go into their friendship group and they're going to be like, guess who I met the other day? I'd love to introduce you to this person. Why? Because he's so amazing, because he's so charming, because he's so funny, because he knows so much things about certain things that I don't know and you don't know. You become the flex. You become the pride of that other individual. Now they have the incentive of inviting you to all these different parties because you add to that group. You add value to that group. Now all you need to do is when you get to that party or that barbecue or whatever social gathering is that you need to actually go and rinse and repeat the same method that I told you. Make sure that you are known at being good at something. Offer some value. Make yourself indispensable. So again, what do you provide? What value do you provide? That's up to you. Get very, very good at a specific thing and offer that as the value. Make sure that you come across as better than whoever you're talking to. Make sure other people admire you. At the start of the video when I said, this is where you level up, this is where you focus on yourself, and this is how you succeed. It all starts up here. Now, as promised, we're going to talk a little bit about social anxiety and all these like little anti-social kind of behaviors that you have, which stops you from being your confident, charismatic self. Let's be absolutely honest. Social anxiety in itself comes from the root cause that you feel that you're not good enough at something. When you feel like you're not good enough at something, you start having this imposter syndrome. You feel like, what if somebody finds out? What if someone calls me out? The quickest way and the most effective way, in fact, in order to counteract this is confidence. The more confident that you are, the more happy that you are. You can fake confidence. The more confident that you behave, the greater the endorphin levels, the greater the dopamine levels, everything in your brain just shoots up. Now, everything about you can change. If you're socially anxious about something, or if you have imposter syndrome about something, everything about you can be changed. Don't believe me? Look at people with multiple personality disorders. These people switch between personalities. If you watch like that movie, The Split, I don't know who it was, but James McAvoy, I think, and he just switches between personalities like this, right? And albeit it's a disease, but there's something up there, right? There's the infrastructure up there that you can switch between personalities. You can switch between who you want to be. You have that same infrastructure in your head. You can do that consciously. Yeah, these guys, these mentally ill people, they do it in a uncontrollable fashion, but you can do that personally. The whole game as a man is becoming who you want to be, projecting who you want to become. You need to start becoming the person that is more self-centered, the more self-confident version of yourself. And that is the personality that I want you to embody. I want you to see yourself as that. And I want you to become that person. Walk and talk in your most confident version of yourself. That is why I made this channel, to make guys like me and guys like you and all these people who struggle with a little bit of confidence, who have passed or in the past have struggled with confidence, completely overcome that obstacle. The fire inside of you that you smother, the fire inside of you that burns every day as you wake up as a man, that is what pushes you forward. Your confidence, your arrogance, your egotism, your self-centeredness, that is what makes you addictive. That is what makes you attractive. Never ever smother that. And if you really want to learn how to turn from that wallflower into that confident version of yourself, you need to start watching that video on how you become a narcissist and how it will actually benefit you. And until next time, Alan Abraham out.